So if you're like me, you're tired of just plain old steamed rice. What if I told you you can make a nice couscous? Couscous, the rice that was named twice. But not just a nice regular couscous. How about if I told you you can make a Spanish couscous with a little bit of Spanish flair? Well, stay tuned. I'm going to show you. So for today's recipe, the ingredients we need is kosher salt, couscous, 1 cup. I'm using some dried tomato, 2 ounces red onion diced, 1 tablespoon minced garlic, 1 paquete sazon Goya, 2 cups of fresh water. So what we're going to do is take our water and put it in our pot over our stove, and clearly with the heat on. We're going to start getting our stock nice and hot and boiled. So to make the stock, I'm going to add my red onion, my garlic, and a little bit of kosher salt. I'm using about 2 pinches, which is about, I don't know, about 2 tablespoons. I'm going to add my paquete of Goya. The Goya is just going to give it that nice little Mexican flair with, it's almost like a roasted garlic, saffron kind of thing. It's just beautiful. So you can see the beautiful color already. You get that bright crimson red color. So all you have to do now is bring this thing to a boil. By bringing it to a boil, what you're doing is infusing all the ingredients. You might be wondering, why didn't I saute the onions or the garlic? Well, the honest reason is because sauteing it would include adding a little bit of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil or corn oil or whatever kind of oil. And what I don't want to do is add more fat to this recipe. I want to keep it as healthy as possible, because for me, I'm going to use this more for a healthy carb for meal prepping or to build dishes around. I don't want it to be so rich and fatty that it's going to overpower whatever I'm going to serve with it in the sense of the protein or vegetables or anything like that. So all you're going to do now is just bring this thing to a boil. Take your time. You can increase your heat if you need to. You can cover it. Covering it makes it go faster. For purpose of the video, so you can see it, I'm not going to cover it. I'm going to show you what it looks like when you boil this thing out. So you're going to see the nice colors coming together. After it's boiled, then the onions soften, of course, and the garlic softens, and it just adds this aroma. I mean, the whole kitchen, the whole house is going to smell amazing. People are going to walk in and be like, wow, that flavor is in the air. So once it's boiled, you're ready to move on to the next step. So now that it's boiled, we're going to move over to our plate. We're going to put our couscous in our serving plate, and you'll see why at the end. We're going to pour our stock nice and in. You can see it's still nice and hot. It was boiling just a minute ago, so it's ready. Here's the trick. All you gotta do is take a piece of saran wrap and cover it. That's it. And let it sit for about 10 minutes. And what that's gonna do is cook the rice. So there's no guessing on time. It just comes out perfect every single time. Now it's time to uncover your masterpiece. At this point, just take off the saran wrap little by little. Be careful, because there is steam in there sometimes, and steam is the worst way to get burned. So now that it's ready, you're going to take a fork. If you don't know what kind of fork, this is a carving fork. It has longer fork things at the end, if that's even a word. And you're just going to fluff it. Just take your time fluffing it up. You don't want to use a spoon because it takes the starch out in it. So you can see how beautiful and fluffy it is. Perfect. So you see how easy that was? Simple, easy couscous with just a couple of ingredients with a lot of Spanish flavor inside it. I hope you enjoy it. It's easy. It's very Hispanic. I mean, I'm Hispanic. I made it, so there you go. And I hope you add it to your meal prep. This is a great carb for meal prepping. It has a good amount of carbs, and it's fast digestion. So it's perfect if you're trying to look for something new for meal prepping. So try this out. Let me know what you think. If you have any comments, suggestions, or questions, just leave them down below. As always, hit subscribe. As always, hit the bell, get those reminders. Stay tuned for next week's video. As always, love you guys. Bye.